Hello, everybody! Oh my god, no. This is my third time filming this. Hello over there.
Hey guys, it's Shawn Mendes.
Hey everyone! Oh my god! Sean fell! Hello! Hey guys, it is Quinlan from the future. This video was filmed in March 2020, and now it is February of 2021. So this was originally filmed at the start of lockdown, or maybe actually in the middle of lockdown. But just wanted to let you know that this video, obviously a lot of things aren't going to be exactly the same because of where Australia is now, and for lockdown, we're doing pretty well, actually, but where I live, Melbourne just went into a snap lockdown for 5 days. Hopefully it doesn't get extended, but this video is still very valid. The points I make are still very relevant. So one more really important thing that I had to refilm, a massive thank you to Ella Watkins, my beautiful chocolate scrumptious peanut butter brownie. She's just the sweetest and most hilarious person ever. She has her own YouTube channel and she really inspired me and just gave me the confidence to start this channel. The link to her channel will be in the description below. She's so hilarious. She does skits, she has vlogs, she has parodies, and just recently she released a bunch of videos of our trip to Europe together, so I'll be featured in those, and it's really hilarious and funny, and we just get up to a lot of crazy stuff. Also, she released this amazing series called Mea Culpa, which she put so much work into over COVID, so definitely go check that out. And yeah, thank you so much, Ella. I love you, and back to the video. But yes, the topic I'm going to talk about today is how dating's changed because of COVID and how we're adapting to COVID and dating as well. And I also want to go into the mental health aspects of relationships during COVID and developing those relationships. So the reason I wanted to make this video was because at the start of quarantine, maybe like mid-March, I had a video chat with my friend, and her and I were very similar in our emotions. And the way we approach dating and the way we approach kind of getting to know people, I suppose.
Hi, you don't know me, but we're gonna be married.
And it really opened my eyes to the impact that it has on our mental health, basically. And I don't know, it was a really interesting conversation because I feel like so many people have either been forced into dating or they've simply, taken it out of their mind because we can't meet up right now. So I'm sure a lot of people realize that dating, it can take a toll on your mental health, especially when you're in the dating scene and you're getting to know a lot of different people, or even if you're just focusing on one person, there's like an expectation to be a certain way, you're trying to show the best of yourself, you're trying to guess how that person's feeling about you, and all of these emotions just bubble up in your head and they tend to explode when something negative happens. Well, first I want to start with just some facts about dating apps and online dating. Did you know that 70% of heterosexual people have found their partner online, while 65% of queer people have found their partner online as well? It's really nice to see that the stigma of dating apps has kind of gone up. Fact number 2. Did you know that 55% of people are looking for dates online, while 25% want casual encounters and 8% want friendships?
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Another great fact is that men are more insecure on dating apps than women, and that is because men want more validation when they're on dating apps. They'll swipe through more girls or men than women will. It's more of an ego boost for them, and men actually get a lot less matches than straight women will. I hope you've enjoyed those fun free facts about dating. Fun free facts.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Okay, so let's get into the positives of dating during COVID-19 and being on dating apps. So with the research I found, which I'll link in the description below, obviously the positive thing is that because no one can meet up, all of the percentages have skyrocketed with dating apps, Tinder, OkCupid, Bumble, they've all found that people are starting more conversations. The conversations are lasting a lot longer. They're more engaged with actually getting to know each other rather than doing a hookup. And for me, I think that's a positive thing because dating apps, you know, there are ones that are made to get to know each other, maybe excluding Grindr.
Ew.
So what's interesting is that the overwhelming amount of people, and by that I mean 51%, they actually enjoy messaging and texting. Below that, obviously, is video chatting. A lot of people, they want to have face-to-face time. And then if you go below that again, it's phone call messages. And then the last one is 6% of people, they want to wait till the pandemic is over to actually meet up.
It's been 84 years.
I think another really positive thing about this situation is that people are obviously going to get really creative with their dates without spending a lot of money. People are doing dinner dates, they're doing board games. I'm sorry if this video was really choppy, but I can't remember all of these facts. It's quite hard. I did not do well in presentations. I was a kid that always had like the notes up to his face and was just reading off them, even though you obviously like got points taken off of that, and I was not ashamed.
The ass fuck. I'm so sorry. The asset. Right, okay, all good.
You know, online games are a big thing right now. I don't really imagine me going on a World of Warcraft date, but I'm sure there's like, I'll play some Tetris like I used to do when I was 16. One really cool thing is obviously that Netflix has a party option, and I think just watching a movie with any streaming service would be really cool with someone, because you can comment while you're on a video chat, or even just, you know, if you're on the phone with someone. And of course, people are going to enjoy their phone sex. To me, that seems kind of awkward because I live with my family and I know a lot of my friends have moved in with their family. Even like video calls, especially phone sex, because you have to make noises and be very vocal. I cannot imagine being comfortable with that. Like, can you imagine your mum or dad or sibling slamming open the door and just like you...
Oh, excuse me, Ricky. Ricky, I did see what you were doing.
What? Child. Anyway, so
it's interesting because Cupid saw a 5% increase in people looking for serious relationships and a 20% decrease in people looking for hookups. I've never really used OkCupid, but I'm assuming that there's options or boxes that you tick for what you're looking for, and you know, that's pretty cool. I feel like a lot of people experience mixed signals when they're online dating. I know I've had that, a lot of my friends have had that, where you think you're getting to know someone and then...
Ew! Get off of me! Ugh, as if!
So it's nice that people are using dating apps for what they're kind of meant to be used for. So obviously one of the upsides of dating during this time is that if you're an introvert, if you have anxiety, getting to know someone online is a lot less nerve-wracking. People have been saying that their confidence has risen since COVID has happened. And that's obviously because, you know, when you do go on a first date, there's so much expectation. You know, expectation on the person that you're meeting, but also on yourself. You know, you're thinking, do I look good? What am I going to talk about? Am I going to be good at the activity we're doing? What if I don't like the food? With this, everything's kind of more controlled. There's more control of the situation. You know what's actually really good about that is that you don't need to make a fake phone call or a silly excuse to leave a date. You could just freeze and pretend that the connection's lost, and then pretend that your whole account got deleted and that you didn't know what happened. You know, video dating is a strange thing to me because I feel like Generation Z and millennials, I feel like we're already kind of awkward. Even though we are very tech savvy, I feel like a video date would just make things like, could also just amplify the awkwardness.
Hi. Hello. Hey. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's your name?
Emily.
I'm Josh.
Hi.
Because I feel like when you're in the present with someone, when you're face to face in the flesh, there's more going on around you, so there's more to talk about, especially when you have the food in front of you, or you're bowling, or doing mini golf or rock climbing or something. I feel like when you're on a video chat, I don't know, there's not that same interaction there that you'd have with the world around you as well, where conversations would kind of splurge from. Wow, I'm already going into the negatives when I'm meant to be in the positive guy. I'm already going into the negative. Oh my god, I talk as fast as James Charles. Hi sisters! So, my cat decided to join me for the negatives of dating. And cats reduce, well, pets, not just cats, reduce mental health. They're like little therapists. Little fur therapists. I mean, she just wants pats. Is that all you want? Oh my god, she just wants attention. So anyway, on to the negatives of dating. Now we're done with the positives, even though I pretty much started going into the negatives already. You can probably tell that this is the point where I'm going to go into more of my personal experience with dating in quarantine and how that's kind of, I guess, been negative but helpful. So Madison Mason Rowntree, I really hope I'm saying that correctly, is a psychologist from the UK, and she specializes in dating and relationships. But a lot of these points have come from her. The most obvious one I'm going to start with is that because of lockdown, it's natural to get lonely. It's natural to want someone, and sometimes you want more than a friendship. You want someone who you can have physical time with.
Please give me cock. Oh, please give me cock. I want a cock.
Or an emotional connection to.
So pick me. Choose me. Love me. Ew!
And that shouldn't be a reason that you start dating someone, or it shouldn't be a reason that you start a relationship.
I just want to be appreciated. I want to be appreciated.
Because once you come out of lockdown, your emotions might quickly fall away because, all of a sudden you'll be hanging out with your friends again, you'll be able to go back to work, you'll be going back to studying, and that person who you kind of forced a relationship with out of loneliness, is going to be something of the distant past, which is really unfair on them. So another thing that Rowntree actually brought up that I didn't think of, but it's really interesting, is that stress can be mistaken for romantic feelings. And basically I think what she meant by that is that when so much is happening, when you're worrying about your future, when you're lonely at home, when you're disconnected from a lot of the people who are your support system, your brain rewires and it just says, well, these feelings also are felt when you're falling in love with someone or when you're gaining feelings for someone. And because being in isolation, being in strict quarantine is something that your brain isn't used to, it's going to shift its focus back to where it's felt those emotions before. And for a lot of people, that is when they're dating someone, when they're falling for someone and getting to know someone really well, there's all this stress because of the expectations you're putting on yourself and because you want to know what that person's feeling and if they're feeling the same way. Linking to that, and something that I didn't really mention, is that for the love of Ariana Grande, do not get back with your ex, please. For the love of all the pop queens, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, Beyonce, Rihanna, Miley Cyrus, don't do it. Whether they're toxic or not, you broke up for a reason, and it's not an excuse to get back with him during lockdown just because you feel lonely. You need a thank you next to his ass, or their ass, or her ass, and just keep pushing, Get those 7 rings. Confide in your friends with a video chat, so whatever way you can during lockdown, and just keep the climb going. Okay? Yep. We got each other. So it's completely understandable for people to have those feelings, but it's really important to maybe focus on yourself. We all get lonely, and I think it's only natural that you're going to look for someone, but I think because I'm the type of person who usually puts dating as not a priority, but it's something that's quite high on my list, and have someone there for me when obviously I love my friends and my family, but this is something, an ideal that I've grown up with, that I have learned to control a lot better because I know it's not the most important thing in the world. But for some reason, being in quarantine has actually shifted my, view to other things in my life. I feel like I'm a really social person, and because I haven't been able to go out and see my friends, I've put so much more effort into scheduling video calls with them, into doing walks with them outside, and just doing phone calls. I think that's been more of a priority for me. Also, like talking to my grandparents and my uncle and my family who isn't in this state. And the other side of it is that I've just been exercising a lot more. I've been trying to be more creative, and I think maybe dating for me was trying to escape from my 9-to-5 job. Whereas going into COVID-19, I've had more time to focus on myself. Obviously, I've been experiencing so much anxiety and waves of depression, but being able to, I guess, breathe has actually taken my mind off dating and put more of a mirror in front of me. Well, there's literally a mirror in front of me, but more of a metaphorical mirror into my brain. Ooh. There's actually research showing that people who are more romantic, they're more likely to maintain a long-distance relationship or start one. And I think that's a positive and a negative, because during COVID, you might be pushed to keep this relationship going whereas you haven't met that person. And another point is that, you might get along with this person by text, by video call, and you meet them in real life, and suddenly they seem like a completely different person.
How are you doing today, Jasmine? But you did this for what? Why not? Why? Why not? Why though?
So that's another really big thing. I think that's something that's kept me from dating, is that I mentioned, or I might have not mentioned, is that I'm someone who really likes to meet someone in person. So I guess, like, linking to that, the danger of dating during COVID is that there is a very specific goal and context to dating, and that is, developing something together in person that's emotional and physical. And I guess a personal experience that I faced with that is that like over a year ago, I did date someone who was interstate, who lived interstate, and everything fell apart so quickly. And we already had the foundation of meeting in person. I think I guess I did get used in the end, so I don't know if I could trust someone the same. I'd have to know we were going to meet in person sometime in the future, and I guess I would rather know that someone wants to be with me, not just because we're in quarantine and feeling lonely, but because they genuinely will have so much going on in their life and they still want to see me after work or have me be there for them. So I think that is the end of the positives and negatives. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope it kind of gave you an idea of what people are feeling, and maybe you've kind of seen yourself in some of those situations. And I think the funny thing is that I didn't go into this video wanting to make something about why you shouldn't or why you should date. It was more about self-reflection, and I guess reflecting on dating as a whole over COVID-19, but also on why we date, and kind of just like the mental weight that it kind of puts on us. So at the start of the video, I did talk about how I made this because I had a heart-to-heart talk with my friend about how we'd both been experiencing a lot of kind of positive change within our mental states during COVID-19, because we hadn't been dating and there hadn't been that pressure. It kind of naturally just left our minds, and we didn't even notice until we talked to each other. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be able to relate to that. I feel like dating shouldn't be the most important thing in the world. One thing that I really love about our generation and Generation Z is that it's shown that we've thought more about our careers and our goals in life rather than a long-term partner and having a family. People don't realize how much your mental state is affected by seeking acceptance from other people or seeking a relationship from someone for the sake of it, for the sake of having someone there. There's so much more to life, and I think COVID has really put that in perspective for everyone. That's just one positive thing out of a huge diarrhea show, basically. So I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gets you to subscribe and like. As I mentioned at the start of the video, there'll be a description for Ella's channel. So stay safe, take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health. love each other, look after each other, and yeah. Bye, guys. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh.
I want Shawn Mendes to light me on fire, roast marshmallows over my body. I literally want Shawn Mendes to smash my skull between his massive thighs. Good night.